Hey, we're back.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel presented by Connors and Ferris. We are back to kick off another season of Uncle Dan's Best Bets. Before we get into the picks and the plays and winning money, we have housekeeping and announcements to do. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. To pause video right now. All right, I appreciate it. All the cool kids are doing it. It really helps the channel if you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment in with what your favorite bet is week one of the NFL season. I'm recording this Thursday afternoon as we get ready for a big week ahead of football games Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday and Monday. Also, shout out to our new sponsor, Bob Johnson Auto Group, for sponsoring Uncle Dan's Best Bets. We really appreciate it. I drive a GMC Terrain that I lease through Bob Johnson. Been leasing with Bob Johnson for about 10 years now. All my trains I've gotten through them. My wife just leased a Terrain with Bob Johnson. We work with Daryl out in Leroy. Great job as always. We really appreciate it. If you want to buy, lease, sell anything of your car, truck, SUV needs, go check out Bob Johnson Auto Group. We really appreciate them supporting Uncle Dan's Best Bets. All right, before we move forward, we have to look back to last year. We had 200 plays last year. 200. And we went 99, 99, and 2. We finished slightly under 500 for the first time in the 5 years of doing Uncle Dan's Best Bets. But it was by far the most bets we have ever had. 200 plays, absolutely comical. That being said, the tougher part was that the public had their best year. I think it was since like 2004. The public money, this public side, was like 52% last year. We're not usually on the public side. We usually try to be on the sharp money. We like to zig when everybody else zags, and we try and follow where the big money is, not necessarily the public side. So, with that being said, we move forward to another prosperous year of winning money with you, and we appreciate it as always. Shout out Bob Johnson, and let's get into week one. With all of that, I'm not scared, because scared money doesn't make money, but I'm more conservative early on in this year. Trust me, there will be plenty of times this year where we will have double-digit cards, 12, 13, 14 plays. Starting off a little smaller, week one. We are going to go with just a nice, tidy 6-pack of plays. So we'll crack open a 6-pack. We'll start the year off a little smaller of a card, and we'll win some money and get off to a good start. I got 2 Bills plays. We save those for the end, as always. Otherwise, we go in chronological order. So for the first play of the 2024 season of Uncle Dan's Best Bets, I will take the Falcons minus 3.5 at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a one spot where I'm not afraid of betting against Mike Tomlin as an underdog. I don't take too much of the preseason into account when I'm starting to look at week one. I still just am not set on what the Steelers offense is. As I record this on Thursday, Russell Wilson was limited in practice today with a calf or an ankle injury. He has to be looked at. I'm not high on Russell before the season. I'm not high on him right now. Justin Fields seems to be a project still. I don't know where this offense goes. They have questions at their offensive line. And on the other side, I love the addition of Kirk Cousins, what he brings to that offense. There's playmakers all around him. We've seen what Kirk can do when he's got a guy like a Justin Jefferson. I'm not saying Drake London is that, but he's got weapons and Bijan and Kyle Pitts and all of these things. I like what Atlanta's added on the defensive side as well. I think this Falcons team could win double-digit games in that NFC South. So I like them at home, minus 3.5 against the Steelers. It's also the sharp side. Right now, the Falcons are getting 28% of the bets, but they're getting 60% of the money. Those are the spreads we like. A lot of public bets, small $20 bets are going on the Steelers, but the big money bets are going on the Falcons. We will follow that money, and we will take the sharp play, and we will take the Falcons minus the 3.5. I also like the Colts plus 3 at home against the Houston Texans. And whoa, Dan, CJ Stroud, the offense, Stephon Diggs, all the Super Bowl hype around the Texans. I like all of that. Don't get me wrong. I think the Texans are going to be a damn good football team. I love Stroud. I will be betting on props of Stephon Diggs, I'm sure, later on in the year, like I did a whole bunch last year. But I'm following this trend of divisional underdogs in week 1. Since 2010, divisional home underdogs are 22-7 against the spread. They're 17-4 against the spread since 2012. And if you zoom out a little bit, divisional dogs in general, whether it's home or away, are 71% in week 1. That's crazy. So I know I got 2 favorites on my card, but I took off a few others strictly because dogs are barking in week 1. So I will take the Colts, Anthony Richardson. I like what Shane Steichen's done, like that kind of project at home in week 1, because that's where the numbers are saying. So I will take the Colts +3 against the Texans following that divisional home underdog trend. Next game. This is one of my favorites. The favorite that I have. Seattle -6 versus the Denver Broncos. Since 1970, since the NFL merger, rookie quarterbacks on the road in week 1 are 12-13-2 against the spread. This is also another one of those sharp plays that I like. Seattle is getting only 37% of the bets, but right now they're getting 84% of the money. I'm not high on Bo Nix, and I will follow the sharp money and the big plays that are backing Seattle. Give me the Seahawks at home, Geno Smith. I like what Mike McDaniel can do, Mike McDonald can do with that defense. I think he can confuse Bo Nix. I'll bet against the rookie on the road in week 1. Give me the Seahawks -6. Okay. I don't like betting unders. It's not my favorite thing to do, especially in week 1. You're so hyped. You get to bet an over and watch football. And like I said, life's too short to bet the under, all of those things. Life's too short to bet the under, except in week 1. Over the last 3 years, unders are 32-16. This is healthy. Normally, it's a healthy defense. And now I will be betting plenty of overs in week 2. I remember Chris Long talked about it in his Greenlight podcast. I think it was last year. He said that defenses are never more sore than they are after week 1. Just the beating, the first game that you go through, they're sore going into week 2. Then your body kind of adjusts to it. But the most sore you are is after week 1 defensively. But they're fresh right now. I have question marks around this Jets offense, Aaron Rodgers, no preseason, no continuity there. As long as all the 49ers, with everything that they have going on with the Ayuk drama, as well as Christian McCaffrey now is dealing with an Achilles injury, something like that. He's limited in practice as well. I don't know about how much rhythm these teams will have offensively. I like both defenses. So I will take the under in the Jets 49ers, under 43.5. Another sharp play if you're following along. The under is only getting 28% of the bets, but they're getting 72% of the money. We're going to follow the sharp money here. Early on, week 1, fresh defenses, offenses needing to find rhythm, those kind of things. So I like that under a lot. So those are the 4 plays we have as we lead into my pair of Bills plays in this one. I don't have a side on this one. I think the Bills will win. I don't know if they're going to cover the 6.5. Strictly because, just like I've talked about with the Jets and the 49ers, I don't know anything more about this Bills offense now than I did before the preseason. We were hoping to kind of see some of that continuity, start to see how the pieces would shake out. The Bills are talking about everybody eats, and that the play don't care who make it, and that everybody's going to get a seat at the table, and that all of those things, the ball can be spread around. I need to wait and see a little bit. So I'm not going to take a side either way. I will take the under, though. It's at 47.5. We've talked about the unders in week 1. I like the under. It's another sharp play, 29% of the bets, 68% of the money. So I can see this game being 24-20. I can see it being 23-17. A lot of those things. I like the under. The defenses, I think, will be a step ahead of the offenses early on in the season across the board. That's what the trend shows over the last 3 years. I will follow that. So I will take the Bills Cardinals under 47.5. And as this game opened up at 48.5 and it's gone down. So following the trend of where the line is going, I will follow it and take 47.5 and the under. And probably my favorite play of the week, will make this my best bet. We don't really know who's going to be Josh Allen's go-to guy. There's Keon Coleman is new. Curtis Samuel is new. We know that MVS is new. Matt Collins. There's one guy, though, that he has some familiarity with. And it's a guy that got real hot at the end of the year. And he's earned a spot on the leadership council for the Bills. And I'll take Khalil Shakir. As of right now, his prop isn't on DraftKings. I use DraftKings app, whatever app you use. I see it a lot of places. It's about 47.5 for receiving yards. On DraftKings right now, you can take the over 50 receiving yards. I'll take it. We'll draw the line at over 48.5 is what we'll say. Anything around there, I like the over. He got hot at the end of last year, and I think he's going to be one of the guys that early on in the season, Josh can find a connection with because they've built a reputation. They have a little bit of rapport. And I think that when push comes to shove, Josh can kind of depend early on in the season on Shakir, unlike he can with necessarily Keon or Curtis or MVS or those guys. So I think that early on in the season, I know Kincaid's going to play well, and I think Josh is going to play well. Everybody's going to eat. So I'm not really sure who's going to get the lion's share of anything, but I'll take Khalil Shakir to have 50 yards in the opener against an Arizona Cardinals defense that was really, really, really bad last year. So I can't necessarily put my thumb on this guy's going to have a big game or this guy's going to have a big game. I don't really know, but my gut tells me that Khalil will be one of the go-to guys for Josh because they have that rapport. So that is the 6-pack of plays for week 1 of the NFL season. Falcons -3.5, Colts +3, Seattle -6, Jets, 49ers under 43.5, Bills Cardinals under 47.5, and Khalil Shakir over 48.5 receiving yards. Let's win some money. What do you say? Appreciate it as always. Bob Johnson Auto Group for sponsoring Uncle Dan's Best Bets. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Comment in with what your favorite play is of the week. I'll probably bet it. Let's win some money together, and let's get off to a good start. Thanks for watching here. Uncle Dan's Best Bets, week 1. Best of luck to you, and we'll catch you next time here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel.